What's up, guys? It's Brian from Hashware Hub. It's about 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time, March 6, 2018. We're going over Bitcoin here. But first, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, upvote, re-steam, subscribe if you guys are on DTube or Steam It. And if you're not on DTube and Steam It, get on over there. Links are down below. So let's get right into it here. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. Last few videos have been a little bit long in the tooth, a little bit longer than I wished. So let's get right into it. So, market is clearly down. We all know that, right? So, this here, there appears to be a channel, right? And this is typical type of, zigzag type of correction here. What it's looking to be a little bit more like is what possibly may be a 535 correction. To me, this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm hoping we're gonna have some sort of larger ABC, and then there very well could be another 5 wave down. Well, that could be another 5 waves down. If it's a 535 or a 335, it's always the last one always has 5 waves. So, I have to take a look what's going on here, right? And how are we counting this? So let's just look at this really in a kind of a dumb way, right? So let's count this as come on, let's do this here. 1, 2, right? That would make the third wave, right? So if this is 1, 2, that would make the third wave right here. Okay, the third wave being right here. So this technically is slightly larger than the first wave, right? Remember, third wave just doesn't have to be the shortest, and so that clearly could be a 1 and a 2, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and then we have a 5. It seems to work that way for right now, at the very least. All right. Another thing I want to go ahead and I want to take a look at is this right here. Let's take a look at it on a retracement basis for wave 1. Okay, wave 1 barely got through. Let me redraw this. Hold up a sec. Barely got through the 0.236, right? Actually, not more than barely. Got halfway through the 0.236 and the 0.382. So that tells us clearly that the bulls had lost control, most control. And then if we then go ahead and we say, well, let's take a look at what happened between 3 and 4. Okay. Here we see that the market had retraced back to the 3A2. See? So this is, let me go over this again. 1, 2, right? So the top of 2 is right here. 3 comes all the way back down to here. Okay? 3 comes back down to here. And then it retraced back to the 0.382, slightly past the 0.382. Okay, so this pullback is larger than the pullback here. Okay, and this is kind of the way I just want to show you guys how I'm reading things as I'm trading this. So once you realize that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Once you realize this is happening, this is how you set up your shorts, right? This is how you set up your shorts. You would start laddering in specifically on the point 382. I don't like to take the 0.236, especially in shorts. I like to take the 0.382 and a little bit higher as well. And then you play that fifth wave. Okay, that's one of the ways in which I like to short. So let's just delete that real quick. So hopefully this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I say hopefully, I mean, doesn't need to be. It could be all sorts of other things too. But the reason why I say hopefully is because of the fact that the more this comes down, the more bearish this overall scenario looks. All right, and clearly nobody wants that. There is a way to read this right here, okay, as possibly, excuse me, a small ABC. So if we have 5 and then a 3, and then we'd be possibly working on another 5, that's not a great scenario. I would like to see this come up a lot more. I'm hoping that it does, but it's looking as if it may not. The more and more information that comes in, more and more data that comes in, it's looking possibly that it could come back. It could come back down again. I know I'm going to get a ton of hate mail. I got a lot of hate mail over the past few days, specifically with some with my bearishness, and it's exactly what has happened here. Okay, guys, so keep your comments to yourself. If you don't like what I have to say, just move on. Just move on. I'm not interested. I do this really for myself, okay? I do this for free. I could be doing a lot of other things. I'm an extremely busy person with a lot of different responsibilities, okay? And I don't really make money doing this. I make money trading, yes, no question about it. But this is kind of just a hobby of me kind of giving back to the community, because I do want to see this community grow. And there's a lot of assholes out there. I'll be completely frank with you. All right, a lot of people that have no idea what the hell they're talking about. So if you don't like what I have to say, move on. That's really about it. I don't want to hear it from you, and I'm gonna very, very quickly either delete you or hide you or whatever else it is, because I'm just not interested in hearing it. If you don't like what I have to say, like I say, I think for the third or fourth time, move on. And so next, where are we thinking about what's going on for hidden resistance zones? Remember we were going hidden support zones before? Hidden resistance zones. Yes, such a thing does exist. Let's go ahead and let's start to draw them. One thing I do want to mention, this channel right here, I'm only it's only up here for like illustrative purposes. I'm not like how do I put it? I'm not saying that it's going to stay within the channel or retest the channel. I mean, very well may, but it's just something just for illustrative purposes. So let's get back to it. So 4-hour basis, 11,243 resistance zone, 11,243 resistance. Oh my God, would you look at that? I hit it right on the button. Oh, I was off by 48 cents. Grant me that. 11,243 is where we're thinking there's going to be some resistance on a 4-hour basis. 4-hour, 11,243. All right. Now, where are we thinking for a 1-hour basis? On a 1-hour basis, we are thinking 10,941. Let's see if I could do it again. Nope, I was off. 10,941. One hour. Yeah, I really need to get a headset because the headset would make this a lot easier. All right, so 10,941 as I move this thing. Come on. All right, so resistance, hidden resistance lines are being used the same way as the hidden support lines are being used, okay, in 3 different ways, okay? A, it is a place for low-risk entries. And yes, the hidden resistance line had also kind of ratcheted down or stair-stepped down this whole thing, okay? I hadn't gotten the algorithm really working actually until about right before I started this. Because, you know, I don't really need it. Really what it comes down to it. I've been doing this for so long, I kind of already see it anyway, but I want to give you guys explicit numbers, and this is kind of the best and easiest way for me to go ahead and doing it. And when I do it myself, I'm trading usually on a shorter time span, at least getting into the trade on a shorter time span, so it's not directly relatable to exactly how I present you guys the information right here. So yes, it can be for low risk entries. It could be for an area where you can see that the trend may be changing direction. Okay, and it's another area to be putting in your stop losses. Obviously, if you're on the downside here, if you're short, to be buying back. So that's what we think these levels are right now. Now, on a support level, we clearly have the green line that we've been talking about for some time. We also have this 10,175 as a support level. For a long time, we've been talking about that. Now, let's go back to the 1 hour basis real quick. Where are we in the 1 hour basis? The Laguerre RSI says it's going to be crossing back up again. All right. The channel, let's take a look at this channel. What's going on? Channel, kind of crazy. I mean, this channel, man, it's worth its weight in gold. It has come back up again. It's touched here, and now it's dropped back down. It touched the top of the channel. Now it's coming back down. So that's what's going on a 1 hour basis. One of the things we're not seeing right now, let's check this really quick. I didn't check it for everything just yet. Hold up a sec. So let's say 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. Okay, 12 hour. All right. So yeah. So one of the things we're really not seeing right now are any large green volume candles, right? If you guys ever studied Wyckoff before, Wyckoff, this is one of the major telling points of the bottom, basically the bottom of a market. I would suggest you guys go ahead and look at his work there. I don't talk much about it, although I do use it a ton in my trading. A ton. I don't talk much about it here because I don't think really too many people are familiar with it. And I know that there are a lot of channels that do talk about Elliott wave theory and some candle analysis and, you know, moving averages, EMAs, things of that sort. So it seems to fit within people's wheelhouses a bit more. But I do intend to talk about that and TD sequential, which I use extensively, and plus a whole bunch of other things that you guys may or may not be familiar with. So we're not seeing that here, right? We're not seeing that here. It also doesn't look like a bottom, right? I mean, look at this on a daily basis. This does not look like a bottom. So also on a 1 hour basis, right? We're not seeing that. Okay, we see some larger volume candles, but they're red candles, right? 2 hour basis, you know, okay, we have one larger green candle right here, but nothing really to write home about. Yeah, okay, they're you know, not huge. I mean, they're not like this. I mean, let's put this thing on scale, okay? Here, total different thing, total different orders of magnitude. All right, so yeah, I mean, again, here. So no, I mean, we're clearly not on any bottom. We also haven't had a huge sell-off like this, okay? That's another thing too. So you have to put things into context. This is to compare this directly with what's going on here is not necessarily fair, nor is it accurate. But what I do want to show you guys is, in the event that this thing does fall off, I just want to give information. That's what this channel is about, information. Okay, I'm giving you information. But I would like to see some larger green candles in here, right? I mean, even like, even like here, right? This is just a typical sell-off, right? Okay, and even the candles here, the green candles here, were larger than what's going on here, right? Even here, right? Look at this, right here, right? Clearly, this is smaller than what has happened here. But look at the candles here, right? Much larger than what's going on here. So it doesn't have to happen, but I want it to happen. You want it to happen too, because it's like someone putting on the emergency brake. Nope, time to turn. Market needs to turn around and go back up. So that's one thing we're looking at. Another thing I want to show you guys on a daily. I was mentioning this, I think, in my previous post. Let's zoom in here. Okay, the 55 EMA. So this is yesterday's candle, and now we're over here. You probably don't see today's candle because of the fact that it's like a doji right now. Let me really make this big. So the 55 EMA yesterday, in other words, it closed yesterday. It was 10,740, spot 29. The market closed lower than that. Okay, the market closed lower than that. So we don't really want to see the market closing lower than that. We want to see the market moving up and continuing to move up and pretend that this never happened. Now, what's happened already is this, and I zoomed in as much as I can. I hope you guys can see this. Now, yes, there is a ton of time left in this day's candle, right? This day basically just started. But I do want to show you this, is that already the candle opened right down here, right? The candle opened at 10,723 and change, right? Right now it's 10,742. So call it about $21 more, right? But they moved the market. They ran the market up to 10,911, but then it came right back down, right? And now it's looking like it's making a little bit of a rally. So hopefully we're going to be able to go ahead and we're going to be able to stay above this 55 EMA. If not, I do believe that we could fall further. All right. Next. So the bulls clearly are not in control. If that's not showing it to you there, then these large red candles should be showing it to you too. Okay. We have, just to look at this on a candle basis, and again, leaving names aside, blah, blah, blah. The green candles, really, there aren't many of them here. And yes, I know it is a downtrend. Look at it also on a 1 hour basis, right? But, I mean, there really aren't any. The bears totally dominated here. Totally dominated. Like, total domination. Gave the bulls nearly no chance. And, I mean, look at even right here. We had this rally, right? Remember I think we had some sort of a wedge here, right? We had some sort of a wedge that went like this and like this, I think. And with an ABCDE, it made sense with a rally coming up. And then we had 3 bearish candles, a doji candle, huge, you call this whatever, engulfing, whatever, basically two large-bodied bearish candles, and pretty much a bunch of indecisive candles, all going across here, right? It just screams indecision, 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 indecisions, and so on and so on, right? So, next, huge, large down candle. Okay, indecision, bearish again. The bulls tried to regain, and then they just lost it. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I count that right? 6 red candles. 6 red candles right here. And here, it looks like it's starting to bottom. Right? Looks like it's starting to bottom. So why would I go ahead and say that this is here starting to bottom, whereas here it does not look like it's starting to bottom? The size of the candle, the size of the wick, the size of the body, right? And the relationship thereof. Here, the candles, the range of the candles is very small. It just tells me indecision. Very small trading range. People don't know where to go. But don't go. There's no decision. The market doesn't know if it's going to go up or it's going to go down. Well, obviously, it went down. We all know that. Here, the candles are larger, right? So rejection of the bottom, rejection on the bottom, bull, right? A little bit of sell-off. Okay, again, they try to sell it off hard again, the bears, and rejection of the bottom. The Bills are winning here. They're making up some steam, okay? Again, so then the Bears started to come in. Now let's see what's going to have to happen here, okay? So that's really kind of my 2 cents as TradingView decides to freeze right here on live TV. No, we're not live. I guess we're going to have to end it right there because TradingView is dying. So, no, there it is. Yeah, anyway, we're going to end it there. That's kind of my 2 cents on what's going on. Guys, I really still think we need to be super wary to the downside. I'm kind of 50-50 as to whether or not this thing is going to fall off or whether or not it's going to try to rally back. My hope is that it's going to rally back, and all this was just a test of basically of this green line right here. Do we need to come back? Excuse me, does the market need to come back and test this green line? And hopefully that's all this was right here. All right, and then we can continue on our merry way, knock out these 1 hour resistance, the 4 hour resistance lines, hidden resistance lines. Alrighty, that's about it. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great night, and I apologize. This was nowhere near as short as I wish it was going to be. Happy trading.